Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
You can navigate the legal and emotional journey of divorce and exit a marriage the way you entered it, with mindfulness, love, and respect. Solace Divorce Mediation is a full-service law practice helping couples focus on the health and well-being of children and their forever co-parenting family. Our streamlined divorce journey offers flat fees with an estimated completion time frame of 2 to 4 months. If you or a friend need us, visit solacedivorce.com.
Wait on it. There it is. Ringing the bell. Anita Ward. Is it Anita Ward? Who's saying ring? You can ring my bell. Yeah, Anita Ward. I almost said Anita Baker because I was reading about her and Babyface having an R&B beef. Did you know that? I didn't. Yeah. They've been going at it. But anyway, we're not here to gossip. We are here today to pour into each other. And I couldn't do it without you. That's that great promise, that universal one that guarantees us where two or more of us comes together. You know, we got a heart set, a mindset. We are here to be of service to each other. We're trying to get our day started right. Can I get an amen? Go on and pop it on the screen. Kick it off. There it is. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Lauren Michaels Harris, and that is the bell of purpose. I ring it on purpose with purpose. Why? Because just like that bell has a ring to it, that's right, so does the truth. And I know we're busy. We're doing all kind of stuff, flat ironing, putting those big old cow eyelashes on. You know, all that stuff we do to get ready for the day. But we should never be so busy that we miss some truth when it's out there. Again, got to get one more jug in. Can I get an amen? Up in here. There we go. Great show for you today. I'm excited. His first interview ever. That's what he claimed anyway. You know how people do stuff down there. I don't know. We gonna see. Yeah, I believe him. It's his first interview ever. I don't know how that is, but I'm honored to be the very first one to interview this amazing young man. Found him a couple weeks ago, looking for great content creators, and boy, is he one of those. His name is. Do I have any announcements? Nope. Oh, yes, I do. We had to come down in the basement yesterday. You know why? That siren. I was at the grocery store. My husband, Brian, come call me. Get home. I was supposed to go to the gym from there, but I needed an excuse anyway. So anyway, yeah, the sirens went off. Touchdown here, I think over by Midway Airport. A lot of destruction. I haven't heard if anyone was hurt or loss of life or anything like that. So we pray that no one was hurt in that. But yeah, apparently for the next few days, we have severe thunderstorm watch. So keep a prayer out for us, if you will, here in the Chicagoland area. Hopefully things are a lot sunnier in your neck of the woods. Can I get an amen? So anyway, this guy, Dap Underwood, right? Ooh, what was that actor's name back in the day? Somebody Underwood. Remember him? Put in the comments if you know who I'm talking about. Wonder if they're related. Anyway, Dap was born in 1991, so he's just a baby. He's a healer and content creator. He's known for Dap Universal Tarot, his brand, and this brand represents a captivating color palette, reminiscent of a neon lit nightclub. Hey, I'm gonna twirl tonight. That's the LGBT term, in case y'all didn't know. Ooh, she went out. She was out there twirling, girl. Right. So I got my little chain on today. LGBT. That's right. We're here together. So anyway, like a nightclub, and it really is. It's bold and has lively hues. Okay. His tarot readings come alive, creating an atmosphere of intrigue and fascination. Now, Dap's down to earth demeanor shines through as he connects with his audience through tarot readings. There's a lot here. He told me I could shorten it, and I just did. There it is. Cut it off at the knees. We were all the way down to the knees. I couldn't go no more. I was running out of breath. Hold on. His bio done made me have to hit my inhaler. Lord Jesus. Yes. So anyway, Dap is in the house. He's gonna do some readings today. We're gonna hopefully have time for wait a minute. I gotta hit it because I love these. I don't know if you have any angel numbers, Dap, but I would dig up some before you come in here. So anyway, Comcast started messing with me. You see how they froze me? Dap, put some of your spiritual magic on Comcast, Xfinity, so they don't mess with us this morning. Go ahead, put something together right now. I see you back there. Get some bones or something. I'm just playing. My grandmother, if she was alive. What? That's the devil's work, right? No, that is not what it is. This is spiritualism, and I want you guys to be interactive today. Ask questions. Let's get these readings out there. I'm excited. We're going to watch some of Dap's work, and we're going to get some angel numbers in. So how do we make someone feel like the star they are? Easy. We throw some hearts on the screen as they come in. It's our virtual way of applauding, getting to our feet. You know, because guess what? Here he come, y'all. He got some stuff for us. What the stars got, Dap? What they got?
Hey, Dap.
You see, I'm trying to do your trademark hand. You got a trade. Dab has a trademark hand thing he does in all of his, well, in a lot of his promo material. I'm awesome. I feel like I'm inside of some magic already. Looking at that background, and I'm so grateful you're here. Welcome.
I'm happy to be here. Yeah, this is my altar. It's like it's a reflection of my inner self, and I guess it's like my inner self is a kid on stage in an elementary school play kind of vibe.
I know that's right. You see, always was, always will be. So first of all, let's hit that word altar, because you know back in the day, and you know in our culture, you say altar.
Yeah,
You talk about some Rosemary baby shit.
Yeah,
you know they don't. You know,
yeah.
Right? They go on their knees. They calling Sister Brown and Sister Geneva to pray for your ass. But that's not what we're talking about here. Tell everybody, first of all, I like to kick things off, give you a chance to create your own vibe outside of what I read as the bio. So I'm going to dip out. Oh, wait, I'm going to dap out. I'm going to dap out for a minute. I know. And let you, oh, well, let's do that. That could be a drinking game. You guys drink your coffee every time Dap and I dap. So drink. I need some Irish. Oh, never mind. Too early. So listen, I'm gonna dip out for a second, let you have a moment to create your own vibe, fill in between the blanks, anything you want to share with the audience. Then I'm gonna come back in. We're gonna get started for real. There's magic in the house today. So all you take it away. I'll be back.
Yeah. So I heard you talking about the religious side of it and how you know, I grew up in Alabama, so it's like not only I grew up in Alabama, I grew up in a family that was kind of split when it came down to religions. My dad's side was Jehovah's Witness, and my mom's was like Southern Baptist. So it's like it was really confusing as a kid. Like I was real confused. I mean, to the point where I remember asking like my grandma, like, okay, so did Jesus die on a cross? Or did he die on a stake? Because like they believe that he died on a stake. And so in my little kid brain, I was like, so how the heck did he die on a piece of meat? Like, how did that even work? I was just real confused.
So crazy.
Like I had different, and I had a lot of grandparents too. My parents had me young, and so I had great grandparents, both sets of my grandparents on my parents' side. So in each house, I had different rules. So in my grandmother's house, like my dad's mom, I couldn't even watch Bewitched or like I Dream of Jeannie. I could not watch anything that had an inkling to do with anything magic because they were like not about that stuff at all.
I know that's right. That's how it was in our house. 7-Day Adventists, like Jehovah's Witnesses, almost not to take anything away, but it was almost cult-like.
It is cult. It is cult. It's a cult.
Okay,
and
good. Okay.
One of my good friends is a 7-Day Adventist, and so I understand. Like,
so you already know.
Yeah.
Day is dying in the west. Sorry, y'all. But yes, it was rough. It was rough. Okay, so you had all of this religious stuff swirling around. Did it ever? So you were what I love about that, and most of us that are inside the realm of spiritualism today, we are jumping off point, thank God, was through organized religion. I think it is a must. It really is. People that didn't have any religion, a lot of them are still floundering around. They don't know how to reach for anything greater than themselves. So I'm grateful for my backstory as far as the religious part, but I'm also even more grateful that I found my way into something that is working in my life. And that's the most important part. So tell us, how did you, now this is a great story, so I already know part of it, so don't be trying to cut corners. Just tell everybody, because it's really poignant. It really touched my spirit when you shared it with me in the pre-interview, Dap, about how you found your way to finding your way. You were in need of something. It wasn't easy. Go ahead. Share with everybody how you got here.
Yeah. Well, just as a little prelude, so it's not like I just hopped completely into it. Spirituality is a concept that's in my family, but they don't embrace it. That's part of our generational curse. I feel like, my own opinion. because my mom is very, very, very very psychic. She's a medium.
So
She
she
can
has
see.
gifts.
She see, yeah. And her grandmother was the same way. But my mom went to missionary school. My mom is a prophet. And like she knows, she kind of sees what I do is like that's that Deuteronomy verse about like, false prophets and divinators and all that stuff. So she doesn't see me the same, but I'm like, I try to break it down like, okay, we do the same thing if you think about it.
You
But
do. I never thought of it like that.
a
That I
psychic
never did.
difference. Like,
It really is the same thing. They just
different words, different titles. She has an altar too, but she doesn't know it's an altar. She does all this stuff intuitively, and I like watch her now because I like my eyes are open. I'm like, you have an altar sitting right here in this certain spot of the room, like all it's. So it's within us. It was already within me. It's in my bloodline. It's in my ancestry. But what awakened it was basically COVID-19 was a really it was my dark night of soul, so to speak, where like I lost everything. I had a good job. I had a partner. I had a lot of, like it's like it was in the span of a couple months. Like this, like things got really terrible. It was the relationship was abusive. I'm starting to stumble my words because I'm starting to like go back to that place. I'm trying
getting
to
emotional. We here.
But
Go ahead. You're in a safe spot. And I'm eating Fruit Loops. You know that.
that's. I had a bowl of a cinnamon toast crunch before I got off.
Oh, I had that last month.
I love cinnamon toast crunch.
Ain't that good?
Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
But basically, I was in a pretty abusive, toxic relationship, and being stuck in an apartment, like quarantined together all the time, was not helping. Like it got to the point where it was like it got physically violent and like it got really bad. And on top of that, we ended up getting kicked out of the apartment because he ended up trashing the place. Like, I mean, he went into a rage so bad. Like, it was just, like the whole apartment was just like bad. I had to call the police. I called the police because it got that bad. And so when they came and they saw like what the apartment looked like, they didn't tell us, but they went straight to the leasing office and told them, "Hey, I think y'all want to go check out y'all's apartment over there."
Right,
like,
what's left of it?
Yeah, I mean, like I kid you not, there was a chair. There was a chair in the wall, like 4 leg, like inside of the wall, like
he just went
boom. Yeah, and it's like just stuck there. I mean, dude was like 6'6", like a big dude. So like, but when those cops did that, they came the very next day, barged in, kind of like energy, like let me see what's going on, like, in shock. In a way, he knocked the back door off the hinges, like type thing, like.
So you got put out of there.
We got put out that day. She's like, y'all gotta get y'all shit and go. Like,
just like that.
Yeah. Like, because we were on, like, the lease was over. Like, in COVID, they couldn't just, like, kick us out, like, whatever, because, like, no one can go anywhere. It was, like, so we're just, like, month to month. And so at that point, they were like, y'all ain't on the, we done with y'all. Like, so.
I know, that's right. So where did you go? What did you do, Dad?
I went to my mom's house, Mother Dearest, and we have a complicated relationship. We love each other, but we have a complicated relationship, and it just wasn't. It was not the thing that I thought was gonna be my safe place. You know, like you think you tell your parent that you are going through something that's so, traumatic and maybe even something similar that they've gone through, like with, mom and dad. So it's like she didn't see it that way. And then I ended up getting tested and boom, HIV positive. So I found that out like all around the same time.
During COVID.
Mm-hmm. And it was real bad, like, and that was part of it. And so like I was working from home. I worked at a call center, so I was making pretty decent. I had my own little computer, like whatever. I was working for a cell phone company. So it wasn't that I didn't have the stability in like work. I could work. I just didn't have a place to go. And so like we would have it out, and she didn't want me to be in the house. She's like, can you go back to the office or something? And so like it got so bad that I was literally the only person in the office other than like maybe one person. Like I had the whole top floor by myself of this big 3-story like call center.
Because everyone's doing it from home.
Mm-hmm. And so, and I thought that would just kind of satisfy her, but like eventually I just had to go stay in a Motel 6 that I stayed in Birmingham for like close to like 6 months, like straight. Like I stayed there for like 6 months.
Boy, they really left the light on for you.
Right. And I remember the day I got there because I was so distraught. I was so upset because like we had a bad fight and she kicked me out. I think I was trying to sleep in the driveway that night, and she came out with a flashlight, like tapping on the window, like kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm in the drive. Okay.
I said go.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't even sit in the drive. Ooh. So Dap, what was going through your mind? What did you feel? Did you feel like everything was conspiring against you? And then what happened that led you just like that flame behind you? You know, if that room was totally dark and you went with some flint and a little spark lit, you'd be able to see for a split second everything in the room. So tell us about how you went from that dark spot to seeing something that was a flicker of hope.
Well, it had to get real dark, like you said, because I remember that first night I was in that room, and if it was just one of those things, like if it was just the relationship or just the HIV or just the mom, I've been fine. But it was all of it just piled on together, and then just the energy of COVID alone. I remember I had this thought, and I always tell people this. I remember going to bed, just trying to get some sleep, and I was thinking, like, Lord, just don't wake me up the next day. Like, just please don't wake me up in the morning. Like, I don't want to be woken up. And
so you didn't want to live anymore.
And I've never really gotten to that point before. I can honestly say I had never been in that place before, but I know what that feels like. And I woke up the next morning mad as hell that I woke up. I'm like, I told you that.
Doggone, I'm alive. What the hell?
Yeah, it was really that energy. It was really that energy because an ex of mine had given me a tarot deck, and I had never looked. I didn't. It was with my belongings at that point. I didn't really care about it. And so, like, for some reason, I just got up and I went to that deck, and like,
I'm reading them.
Took it out the box and everything. Like, I want to know if I gotta be here. I want to know why I gotta be here and shit. And so, like, I'm sitting there, I'm doing the stuff, and I'm reading the book and I'm like writing the stuff. I'm like, it's starting to make sense. Oh, I get this. Oh, wow, that wow. And like something like about those little nuggets of truth that I was picking up out the symbolism of those cards and like relating to my life, it just kind of hit me. And I found myself kind of bored sometimes because we were I was either at work by myself. So I got on Facebook and I was like, well, I want to learn I want to see how this works. Because at that point I was like watching on YouTube and stuff, trying to figure it out. Like it just intrigued me. It was the only thing that could make me get my mind off of everything else, And so like I started asking people, hey, can I read you for a second? Can I read you? And I actually didn't have the guts to do it like face to face. I was like, I'll record the video and then I'll just send it to you, kind of thing. And so like people I haven't talked to in years. Like I've connected with people I hadn't talked to since like high school, family members I haven't talked to in forever. I like by the end of like say that 6 months, I had probably done, I don't know, like I had done so many reads. I was reaching out to people like like we were barely acquaintances in high school, Dap, but okay, kind of stuff. But
yeah, I think I remember you. What you want, right?
Because like I get to the point where I was like so intrigued. I was like I would wait for them to watch it and they give me their feedback. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That was really accurate. And I was like, really? And so like it doesn't feel like I know what I'm talking about or know what I'm doing. I'm just talking. And so the interesting thing was I told myself, okay, well, I'll just keep going and keep doing this reading thing until like I find that person tells me this does not resonate. I want to keep going until like I find that moment where it's just like it's not right, like completely just off the mark. And I never found that moment, and I stopped looking for it. But
I get what you're saying. Where you're like, somebody gonna prove that this is some bullshit.
Yeah, I was sitting there like,
and it didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
So today, when you wake up, what's your world look like?
I say this too. If you would have asked me, I don't know, like 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and told me like I would be sitting here doing this for a living, and I would look at you like you've been smoking something, because that ain't me. Like I don't went against it, but I wasn't into it. I really wasn't into this. I didn't ask to do this. I never wanted to be so like now my days are like I literally get up every morning and I go live on my channel doing live readings. I have Dap Universal Tarot. I also do some contracting work on like Psychic Source. For them, I also do personal like readings, like so people book readings, and I'll like do like my old school days of recording it and sending it to them. But now it's gotten so like advanced, and I've learned astrology. I had an astrologer who was my mentor in that, so I learned astrology. Now I've like kind of wrapped it up into like my tarot, and because I love astrology so much. But it's like I don't feel like an astrologer. She keeps telling me, yes, you are, because you do it. But like, like I don't know. I feel like tarot is the thing that just came to me like so naturally, and astrology doesn't do that. So
do you consider that a gift?
Yes,
One of your divine gifts.
I think I have a lot of gifts when it comes down to like spirit, but the one that resonates with me the most is like claircognizance. It's more of a mental way of processing your psychic ability. Like I don't have visions, and I don't like just be hearing stuff. It's like mine is very much like a thought or like a eureka moment, but I'll know that's not my thought because I wouldn't think no stuff like that. It's like in the beginning, it's hard to
discern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went through that. I even had a 24-hour period. I was just telling this story the other day because I was hearing downloads, but they sounded like my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, but I don't even know that word that was just used, but it sounds like me. And I said, okay, something got to give. And I said, y'all got to prove to me that I ain't crazy, because I really thought I was losing it, right? And I had that liar experience, like in a movie where he couldn't lie for 24 hours. Everything that I thought that was mine, originated with me, was in my head, and everything that was coming through me came out of my mouth. I went to work that next morning, forgot that this was, because I heard the download at 11 o'clock at night. I was going for a run, and they like, for 24 hours, when it's us, it'll come out of your mouth. When it's you, it'll stay in your head. I forgot all about it. And until I was in the gas station getting coffee, and I walked in, and this woman had on an outfit that didn't match at all or something. I was like, she knows she's wrong for that, right? And it was in my head. And then well, somebody might look at you and not like what you have on, came out of my mouth. And the balloon said, excuse me. And then I remember, oh shit. I was at work maybe 20 minutes. I'm not kidding you. I had to pack up and go home.
I gotta go.
I couldn't handle it. It was in reverse. 24 hours that lasted, and I've never questioned that voice again. So I'm gonna tell you, I get that. So Dap, excuse me, you mentioned, you were telling us about all this religion and stuff in the beginning. So, and I don't think in my own case, I still believe in a lot of the things I learned through organized religion.
Absolutely.
I just place them in different places. I use them in different ways. So what I'm getting at, it's not one or the other. It's more like a tie-dye with my spiritualism and my religious doctrine that I choose to keep, just like that Bible. It says right on it, King James's version, which means something was added, something was left out. So I create the version, co-create, I should say, the version that works for me. So let me ask you this, and then we're going to take a look at some of your work, and we want you to do some readings today. Anybody want a reading? Put it in the comments if you want Dap to read you today. And I ain't talking about for you LGBT members. Ain't nobody trying. That library is still closed. Ain't none of that up in here. Well, maybe. Let's see who shows up. But I want to ask you, when people ask you today what you ascribe to as believing what is greater than you, who do you serve, or what do you serve? How do you respond to that, working in the world of tarot and astrology and whatnot, but still having all those family members and that backstory of organized religion? How do you respond?
God.
There you go. See, didn't even have to see. Well, the reason I think that's so important is a lot of people think that if you're going to read tarot cards and you're going to do astrology, you're going to refer to spirit, source, universe, and what indeed, right? So you don't feel like God is like, shame, you'll burn, right? You can feel God moving in your life, yes or no?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I believe in Jesus Christ still. Like I believe there's so much about the Bible that is true and has so much truth to it. It's just the fact that how we can take something that was so pure and turn it into basically a way to keep people controlled. Because I mean, that's what organized religion pretty much did, was just kind of keep people like
Still does.
and that's it. Like, but I do believe in, I think a lot of people in spirituality call it like Christ consciousness. So they don't sound like they're are Christian, like in that, you know, in the
that
church
lane. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they do. I know a lot of spiritual people who believe in Jesus Christ and his teachings. You know,
true. I agree. I'm ready to take a look at a little of your work. So you sent me some, and I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go. Oh, I love this one. Let's take a look at this one. You guys take a look at Dap's work real quick.
You like that?
Yeah, I like it. In the club, I'm twirling. Okay.
What up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, Dap Universal. I'm Dap. So, coming back at you with another pick a card reading, and today, just keeping it simple, we're looking at how are you being viewed right now, how people as a whole, as a collective, are kind of like picking up on your energy. How is your energy affecting them? And it's gonna be real simple. It's gonna be three piles. So let's go ahead and show you what those are. You have pile number one. You have the Oracle of Clouds. It says perceptive. The Oracle of Clouds. Pile number two, you have the Oracle of Raindrops, Sensitivity. And pile number three, you have the Oracle of Lightning, Determination. So go ahead and pick out your piles. That's Oracle of Clouds, Oracle of Raindrops, and Oracle of Lightning.
Okay, I picked one.
Mm-hmm. But pause the video if you need to. And before you head over to your reading, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell because I go live every single day for live readings. You can catch me over there on Tarot and Chill. But yeah, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
Which one's pick?
So wait a minute. So tell me, when we stopped it, okay, take us through how this works.
Yeah.
We're watching you live. You say pick a card. I picked one. I picked sensitivity. Now, if I really was watching you live, now what would I do? I'd go somewhere else.
You would go to the timestamp, like right in the pin comment or in the description, where you would pick pile number two, and I'll have like the Oracle sensitivity. So if you scroll down and hit that, because like they're only like 5 minute like just chin.
Yeah.
But, and you'll just watch that part, and that would be the reading for you, what resonates with you.
How did you know how to set this up? Because we have the Oracle of Apollo that comes on here every month, and you know, we all know people who do it. But how did you know how to lay this thing out? Did it come through you? Did it come to you? A little of both, or
well, it's heavily. I mean, pick a card. Pick a card tarot readings on YouTube is a niche within a niche, because tarot's a niche, but like I specifically do pick a cards because another niche would be like, say, people who do all the zodiac signs. Okay, the Aquarius, this is your reading. You know, Gemini, this is your reading. I ain't got time for that. That's too many signs for all that. I have to be, you know. So like, and I want to keep it more inclusive. So it's like anybody can just kind of click the video and watch it. So there's lots of people who do pick a card readings. The way I present it with that loud, like that music that I made back in my mid-20s when I thought I was like a musician.
Okay.
And it's like, so I was like, I got to use them now. But like, I was like, I didn't want to create that space, or like make a space that's like white, either super whitewashed with like you know, clean and just everything is just put you to sleep, and then or go the other direction where everything is like black and gothy and witchy, and like then you're scared to come on my channel. I was like struggling with like what is
in there?
I don't look like a tarot reader. Like ain't many black guys out here that just reading tarot, period, let alone like guys like me. So I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna do what I like, or do what looks right to me. Like how would I do it? And that's
what feels
about.
right.
Loud, it's colorful, it's that I present it very different.
I love it.
I don't think I've seen anyone do it like that, but like it's the niche itself is pretty general. Like I think there's a lot of pick a card readers
Well,
online.
on picking a card, so we could do it right here, couldn't we?
Yeah, pick your pile. You picked I think pile number 2.
Yeah, can they do it too?
Yeah, we'll have to give them a link to the video. Like
No, I mean if they're watching right now, can they put stuff in the comments or how does it work? What can we do right now? Let's do what we can do.
We can watch one right now because they would have to go to another. They have to go to my video, and you don't want to go off this.
No,
off of us.
Okay, so, but can you do a live reading?
I can definitely do a live reading.
Who you want to read me?
I can read you. You would let me read. I would be honored. So I was like, because when you said do
would?
who would I read? Yeah, I would read you.
Okay, come on, let's do it.
Okay. So is there anything in particular that you want to look into, or you want to keep it general, or what do you want?
Oh, I can request?
Yeah, I work for you. If I'm doing for you, I'm at your service.
I'll go with what I went and did. I did a reel this morning, and I always believe our greatest content is based in the life we're currently living or have most recently lived. So when I wake up feeling some kind of way or something, I don't turn away from it. I try my best to face it. So today, and Maya Angelou said, you're living within purpose when you're forced to live your own teachings. So I say this thing all the time. I remind people to keep doubt out. When you wake up and you doubt anything in your space, doubt leads to worry. Worry leads to fear. Fear leads to anger, and anger leads to destruction. So and the reason I put that out there is because I'm dealing with it. I'm fighting doubt. I'm looking through the pee hole and doubt like, let me in. I got the chicken. So go ahead. You got, okay, there it is.
I dropped the card out this deck.
That's what happens.
And perseverance. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to.
Yes. Keep going.
Just like
that.
And
that's what I get. That was in the thing this morning. Go watch it, y'all. Go ahead. Okay. I'm gonna shut up.
All right. So a lot of times I like to start off with just something because I never know where we're gonna go. So just so I know we at least started on a good note, a positive note, I do one of these little crystal healing cards with an affirmation on the back.
Okay.
And I like affirmations because affirmations really reprogram that negative gunk, that negative self-talk in your mind. It's like it's almost like brainwashing yourself, but in a good way. It's like if you say it over and over again, you're gonna believe it on a subconscious level, So I'm gonna pull you one of these and
okay.
And we'll see where we go after that.
Sorry about that. I had to drink the milk. The milk, the best part, got all that sweet stuff down at the bottom.
When's your birthday?
4th of July. Just had it.
Oh, happy belated.
Thank you. A week ago, a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I almost had to share my birthday on a holiday too, but I said, no, I was supposed to be Valentine's Day, baby.
Oh, I know. Oh, I used to hate Valentine's Day, especially when I was single.
Still hate it. So
and what?
Am I here? I'm sorry.
I thought it was me, and they heard me go. I almost said shit. Like, okay, yeah. Start over. You held that card up.
All right, so it's the Andaluzite, and it's a crystal, and it says, "Are you in search of a deeper spiritual connection? Go outdoors and commune with nature. Listen to the messages being communicated to you by the trees, the plants, the animals. Spend some time in a garden or in the woods. Put your attention on your alignment with Mother Earth." On the back, it says Archangel Sandalphon. "I am aligned with the 4 elements and the 4 directions. I'm a conduit for healing Mother Earth. Protective energies always keep me safe. I receive spiritual insight to easily resolve my problems, and I know I am always connected with all life." So when I get this one, I oftentimes get the energy of someone who's a manifester. And I say that because anyone who aligned with the 4 elements, earth, wind, earth, fire, air, and water, it's like those are all normally what you would associate with the magician card in tarot, which is he has all the elements, right? If you have all the elements, it means you can do anything. Even if you don't know how to do it, you have the resources to either figure it out or find someone who can teach you or just do it. But like, if you have all the tools, you can do it. Pull this card and it talks about the...
Wait a minute. Lord have mercy.
Are we good?
It's between you going out. Is it raining or storming where you're at?
Raining men.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Oh, I see why you wanted to be a musician. Okay. You got that falsetto. Because it's storming here.
Oh, it's not raining here yet.
It's popping us in and out. Okay. So if it freezes me, you keep going. They can still hear and see you.
But yeah, when I see somebody pull that card, and I always think back to the magician about having all the elements. So and what that means is like you're a manifester. You have a ability, like all of us have the ability, but not all of us can tap into it as easily. I think you've probably been tapping into it unconsciously even before you were kind of woke, but like being able to take an idea, take what like just a desire, whatever it is, and be able to turn it from just air into like literally earth, like here in this 3D universe. And it's like a lot of it has to do with belief in yourself and knowing that it'll come. And
you're right on point.
I can see that in you. I can feel that off your vibe. It's like that, like gratitude and optimism is a thing that gets you out of so much darkness that saves you like so much when you can be actually grateful for wherever you are, even if it's in the gutter, even if you are, it don't matter where you are, there's always going to be somebody looking up at you like, damn, I wish I was like them. I wish I had what they had, no matter where you are. So if you can find a moment of gratitude in any kind of situation you're in, that's just the push you need to kind of get yourself to
get yourself, yeah.
To on a higher
I want to just show everybody, because you're right on point about the manifesting part. I used to have, I have this bell of purpose. That's a part of my manifestation process. And in the old studio upstairs in the house, I had a wall of purpose, and all of these, if you can see these Post-it notes, these were all manifestations. I would start by putting them on the wall of purpose, and then I would take them off and put them in this sacred space, which is this velvet box, because I'm not just going to throw them in the trash just because they showed up. I keep them here to remind me where they began. And every single one of these things in this box started on a Post-it note is somewhere in my world today, real, tangible, something that's monetizable, something that brings joy, and more ability to serve more people. It is a real thing. It is a real thing. And so some of us use vision boards, which is almost, in my opinion, like affirmations.
It is.
It's repetitive, but I like to write things down because I can see what it represents, the word or the phrase. And that's what I keep in here and in here, what I see. The words led me inside to the visual. And then once I see it and believe it, before I know it, I receive it. Period. So thank you for that. You're absolutely right about that. Okay, you shuffle. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna just keep it simple. I'm doing my my little simple spread. I call it red, yellow light, green light. So red light is maybe like the blocks, like the current blocks you may have.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yellow light would be just where you need to kind of slow down, pause, and just kind of acknowledge. You don't have to make a decision. You ain't got to go nowhere. Just acknowledge. Just
okay.
What it is, neutral energy. And then the green light is the positive, abundant, great energy that you already got around you. You ain't got to look for it. It ain't coming in. It's already there.
Already here.
You have a balance, reading. It's not, because we all got something we can work on. We all got something we need to, that we got
that we've mastered. All of, some of everything.
Yeah. So let's do that. Red light.
Oh, I've never had this done. Red light, yellow light, green light.
Yellow light. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me shuffle that again. I ain't trying to expose nobody. Hold on.
What?
I was like, the cards was kind of flipping out kind of crazy the way I do it sometimes. Like if it doesn't feel right, I'll just put it back in the deck. Not because what it was, it's like if it didn't feel right.
Like, okay.
Like I'm shuffling and I don't like how it felt out that like this.
I get it. So those are things that keep us attached to the first mind, to what is actually the real thing. It will test us to see if we're just doing it, throwing any old thing against the wall, hoping it sticks.
Yeah,
I get it. We all have these same processes, y'all. We just call them and see them differently.
All right. So red light. Yellow light.
Hi, Ariel. Hi, Bill Dillon. Hi, everybody.
Oh, Ariel here. Hey, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, she's watching on my public figure page.
All right. Bottom of the deck, you do have.
Oh no,
This
you
is the
too.
gay tarot, by the way. This is the gay tarot. Got it just for you. So there are no women in this deck. There are no women. They took all the women out the deck and they replaced them with these naked fairy things. Whatever.
Oh.
With wings.
Okay, who'd I get?
Well, you in a normal deck, this would be the high priestess, but in the gay tarot, he's called the intuitive.
Intuitive.
The psychic.
Okay. Keep going.
And it's really interesting because the bottom of the deck is normally like the card that will either wrap up like what that person's about or what the main idea of the reading is. I think it's just talking about you because the high priestess in tarot, she represents the moon. And you're a Cancer, you know that you are ruled by the moon. So it's just kind of like screaming at us like, this is you, the intuitive.
This is you. Yes, yes, yes.
And not just that, but you also have the Knight of Cups that comes up as well.
I've heard that one come out on me before.
But he comes up with the Man of Cups. He's putting out fires. He's it's not this romantic image of like being on a horse or whatever, like like a Disney prince. No, he's going in there and doing the work that people don't want to do, the dangerous stuff. He has it in his heart. It's a beautiful energy, like putting it together like that. It's like I see that you have been through a lot. You've tried, you saved some people, or you tried to save some people and then realized that they couldn't be saved or something like that. It's like you seem to be the type that wants to be the nurturer in a masculine way, meaning like you ain't everybody's mama, but it's like you do have a big heart when it comes down to, I know this person's going, I know it, like, you know what people need without them telling you what they need.
Yes.
You know, like you don't have to say nothing. I got you. Like you kind of anticipate people's needs before they have to tell you, because you know. But the downside is the red light is the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is shown here like this person like on stage, but it's about not necessarily being passionate a lot of the times about something, or like about your own emotions, or not giving yourself as much space as you give everyone else. Like, look at this dude. He's like sitting here like blowing water out of a fire hose, like kicking ass. But when it comes down to you, the Four of Cups is more like it's like it doesn't give itself the same passion a lot of times. Or it's like it's like an afterthought a lot of the times, and sometimes it can feel the 3-1. Sometimes it can feel a little bit like, well, damn, how come I feel like I don't get the same energy back in return a lot of times? You know?
Yeah.
It's that. It's like, it's kind of feeling like, well, I did all that for you, and you know, it's a little bit meh.
One-sided.
But and then the thing is with that, with the Three of Wands, it's the expectations. It's like less about expectations and more about like, it takes you a minute to get over those people, get those people out your life, or get like, it's like maybe at least in the past, you're that person to give a chance after chance after chance. Like, I'm still expecting you to, like, I'm still giving you a chance to come back and like give me this thing, and you let me down every time, and I'm just breaking my own heart at this point. And it's like, I feel like you have to really learn that, but like, and maybe you still kind of have that in you, and it's like, there's nothing bad about that. It's compassion. It's like, I'd rather someone be like that than like, you know, lack all empathy and just only. I'd rather you be like that than the other way, you know, which is like, I don't give a damn about nobody.
I'm just every time I'm ringing the bell. Every time you hit one right on, which is you're 2 for 2 so far. My birth mother on her transition bed. She was 10 minutes from transitioning, and you know, we were kept apart for the first 32 years, and so to be the last person to speak to her was quite an honor to me. And she told me in those last moments, she grabbed me, and she was on hospice. She goes, son, she goes, I've seen where they're taking you. She goes, and it's wonderful, but it's going to break your heart. And I was like, where am I going? And she goes, you know, you have a divine gift of receiving glimpses into the greatness of certain people. And what's going to break your heart is one day when you're where I'm at, about to leave and go into what's next, you're going to see all the faces of those that you tried to explain or express what you had been shown about their possibilities. And you'll see how few of them actually could believe you. And that is exactly what you just described, because I live it already. I'm like, why can't they see what you showed me? Why is it? And it's still a mystery to me how I can see something about somebody. Like I told you when I met you, right? I said, "Oh my goodness," right? So thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and it's the thing about that. It's like when you see someone's higher self, you can see someone's higher self, and they don't believe it. You might as well be talking to a wall. It's like they have to believe it. They have to believe it.
It's heartbreaking
Yeah,
because
but
you're right. Okay, all
but the
right.
yellow light, is the
Yes.
wheel of fortune in reverse. This is about the wheel. The wheel is okay. So it's good luck, but it's also but in reverse it's kind of. What I mean by that is like you have gone through so many woo moments, like all the way up here and down there. It's like you've learned to just ride the wheel. The neutral energy for you, the yellow light, it's like you have just learned to like just go with the flow. Like it's like don't ride the wheel, baby. Don't let it ride you. Like just like don't sweat the stuff that you can't that you have no control over. Like do everything you can, but like why are we, I'm not gonna sit here and freak out about the stuff that like about things that are out of my control.
Out of my control.
It's like you really have a grasp of like I tell people this. It's like we all think we have a certain amount of control in our life, and we do. We have free will, but it's like when you say stuff like control, you can't control what that person's think about you. You can't control like what there's too many variables. You can't control anything other than how you react to stuff. That's all you control.
Yeah.
So, with the five of the five of wands in reverse, this is about no conflict. When it's upright, it's about conflict and competition. This is like nah, bow out because it's like I can't. There's too many. I don't do chaos. It's like I do not do chaos. Is what you say because
Right.
it's not meaningful. It's not. It's pointless.
It's not. I lived in that neighborhood for too many decades. I moved out. I sold a property, and I gave up my my passport to that place.
And to other people looking inside, you make things look so easy because of that. You know, I mean, you make things seem so effortless because of that. And you have this beautiful lover's card in this deck.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, these two.
Yes.
People look at what you have and where you are, and they feel like, damn. How does he get like? Remember that's the moment of like someone's always gonna be looking up at you, feel like I wish I had all of that. It's like you're that for a lot of people. I think a lot, even if it was like you at the end of the day when you find out those people didn't live up to their expectations or whatever like that, it's like you still did what you came here to do. Your life path was to come down and be to not just point that out in people, but to also live that in real life. As an example, like look what I've come from, look who I am, look what I've done, look what I've built from nothing but my hands. And if I can do it, you can do it. Like it's like that's your purpose. You can't trip on like what people end up doing. Don't let it break your heart because I mean we all learn here. We all come down here to learn lessons, and it's like you're doing your part. This is your, you know.
Thank you, man. See what I'm saying, Dap? You really have a gift. I know because you're speaking to my spirit. You're speaking to my spirit. And you guys, I want to tell you this. Don't decide what is and what isn't until it decides with you. Don't make a one-sided decision. This world, this journey is based on duality. It is based on co-creation. Everything that is designed to destroy us does it through a door and a whisper of a lie of being alone. Singular. It is not true. It is not true. It is not true. So I want you to follow the link that you see scrolling along the bottom. Matter of fact, I'm going to do you a solid and drop it in the comment section for easy access now. So you have no excuse. I really encourage each of you to reach out to Dap and see. You know, we are told to seek. If you want to find, and that's a guarantee, a universal one. If you seek, you shall find. Not maybe, could, probably, possibly. You will. What do you want? When you really know what you want, then you go back up to the front of the block to that other intersection and you start walking through need. Everything you need is attached to a plan. Your wants are the equivalent of a wish. If you want what you wish, then find out what you need, which means you might have to go someplace that feels a little uncomfortable. But when you come out, it's going to be just like this robe made for you, literally, because there's my name on it. So, Dap, I just want to say to you, I have subscribed to your channel. I told you before, I want to do more with you. I believe that you have stepped into your purpose. You have stepped directly into it, and you are going to touch, change, and improve a lot of lives. A lot of lives. Everything you went through was worth it.
Yeah,
It
because
was
this is
worth it.
the thing that improves my life. Because when I had that moment with myself, like, okay, am I just gonna like just go balls to the walls and just do this? I was like, well, yeah, because everything that I poured into like doing this for people has healed me. Like, I'll be sitting there talking to people, but it'd be touching me. Like,
Exactly.
Resonate with me.
Exactly. When I tried to force healing or, pretend that I was healing or any of those other bullshit avenues, it didn't work. It didn't stick. I didn't change. But the minute I made it about someone or something other than myself, instantaneously, because I learned to honor my scars.
Mm-hmm.
Scars are there because they're immediate proof of healing, or this would still be a gaping wound since I was 9 years old. Also, it carries sidecar with it the story. I can tell you everything about that day, everything about the day I got the scar. And once you honor your scars on the outside, you learn to honor the ones that people cannot see, those on the inside. And I am just so grateful for you. I really mean that.
Through your last card. Yeah.
There, go read it.
Okay, so remember I told you there ain't no queens in this deck no more. You have been transformed into this naked fairy thing with wings. It's the Queen of Swords. And what the Guide of Swords in this deck is about, it's about finding that place between your logic and your emotions, your head and your heart. What the Queen of Swords does most of the time is she's fighting so desperately hard to in her journey to pick one of the others. Like, okay, I gotta be logical. Okay, what you're trying to think with your brain, but you're an emotional person, and then you try to like, okay, well, let me just act from my heart, but then you don't go too far with that stuff too, because you're also a very logical person as well. As you said, it's a everything works on polarity.
Yeah.
The Queen of Swords represents the embodiment of stepping into that place of like right in the middle, her head and her heart, meaning that case by case basis. Ain't no situation that's gonna be like all the time gonna be a yes or no. It's like it depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation. It changed by the moment.
And so you turn into that, you figure that out, and you are that's what that is. It's finding peace within yourself and able to be a mouthpiece for other people when you can come from a place of that kind of discernment, because it's not biased.
I just love it. Dap, when is your next live on your Dap Universal Tarot channel? Today?
It will be today at 11. Yeah, today at 11.
11. What time zone is that?
Central.
11 a.m. Central. You guys head over. There's the link. It's also in the comment section for easy access. I want to thank you again, Dap Underwood, for pouring into not only myself, but everyone here today, including those of you who are catching the replay. Magic never dies, it never dims, and it never, ever disappoints. Find yours wherever you may and give it away as soon as possible. So listen, get out there today, all of you, including you, Dap. Let's get out there and make a difference in this world. I'll see you, God willing, tomorrow morning out on the front porch, where together we will create another unique moment in time. It's known as Illuminated Conversation, and you can find it right here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central on Bathrobe Moments, and imparting, as I say to you, every single day. And I mean this. I love you. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Thanks, Dap. Great job. Would have never known it was your first interview. Hang out backstage for just a second, and I'll see you back there. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Get out of here. Bye-bye.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time.